If you'd like to learn how to make a pastelon, please keep watching. Okay, so for this you're gonna need tomato paste, garlic paste, adobo, sazon, a bouillon, oregano, complete seasoning, and onion powder. You're also gonna need peppers, onions, and cilantro, sour orange, salt, water, and you also need shredded cheese, yellow plantains, and chicken breast. So the first thing I'm gonna do is heat my pan up and coat the bottom of the pan with olive oil. So while my pan is heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and season the meat. I'm gonna add the dry seasoning and the garlic. I'm gonna add the sour orange, and I'm also gonna add the cilantro, onions, and peppers. Once the pan is hot, we're gonna very carefully add the meat to the pan. So now to this, I'm gonna add about a cup of water. I'm just gonna add the water. I'm also gonna add the tomato paste. I'm just gonna mix it in here. You can also make this with ground beef. You can make it the same way. Now I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna check on this in 10 minutes. So while the meat is cooking, I'm gonna turn my stove on. I'm gonna add the salt to this. So peeling a yellow plantain is quite simple. It's pretty easy. So very carefully with the tip of the knife, I'm gonna just run it down through one of the creases that are on the plantain. And you're just gonna open it with your fingers. And then I'm gonna cut down the center, and I'm gonna cut down the center again. So now to the water, I'm just gonna add the plantains. And I'm gonna boil this till they turn bright yellow. I had this on high heat, and now I'm gonna cook this on low heat for another 10 minutes. We've been cooking this on low heat. We're gonna cook this on low heat for another 5 minutes. And you will notice here how these little bubbles start forming. You can just go ahead and remove that. And now I'm gonna lower the heat and let this cook until they're all bright yellow. They're almost there, they're not quite ready yet. If you want to check if they are, you can always cut down the center and you'll see if they're ready or not. This one is not ready yet. You see how it's still white on the inside? And we're just gonna let this cook for a little bit longer. Okay, so the plantains are done. And the water that's left over, you're gonna keep it here because you might need it when you're mashing your plantains. I went ahead and I greased my pan. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mash them. You can use whatever you have. You can use a fork, a bottle, a whisk, anything you have to mash them you can use. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my hand mixer. This is my favorite way to do it. I just find it to be quicker and easier. So before I start mashing it, I'm gonna go ahead and add some water. some of the same water that I used to boil the plantain. So very carefully, I'm gonna start it on slow, on low speed. And then I'm gradually going to increase the speed. And if you need more water, go ahead and add it. Just add the water little by little. Okay, so now with 2 forks, I'm just gonna go ahead and start shredding the chicken. Okay, so now that I'm done shredding the meat and mashing the plantains, I'm just gonna go ahead and add half of the plantains that we mashed into the pan. We're gonna go ahead and flatten it with our spoon. Just try to even it out as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now we're gonna go ahead and add the meat. And now we're gonna add the rest of the plantain. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle the cheese on top of it. And I'm gonna pop this in the oven for about 15 minutes or until the cheese is melted. Alright, so the cheese has melted and now I'm gonna let this cool before I serve it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.